an excellent win at home and another goal for you.
Yeah, it was a difficult one. I mean, we always knew that they've got nothing to lose, so we knew they were going to come at us, and the early goal sort of helped them out, let them slow the game down a bit, made it difficult for us. But boys, we fought well, got through that first half, and then the goal in the second half was well moved, to be fair, from what I can remember. I think for a second I thought it was going to hit the bar and come out, but luckily just dropped in. And then to go on from there and take that momentum to get another was important. Just keep taking game by game, and hopefully we can have a good season, good end to the season.
Yeah, there's a good few of you now that are on a similar amount of goals scored.
Yeah, what's the numbers? I'm on 9, I think. Ings maybe probably went ahead. Yeah, but I'm not bothered about that. Hopefully, as a team, we can all score, and hopefully that brings the results for us going forward.
And we're working out just before we started that we're just outside the playoffs and goal difference, which a week or so ago it looked like it was near enough to bury.
We knew it was until Wednesday, big game, and then same again next Saturday. We'll just try and control.
Next season, which we've already been up there this season, albeit hopefully this time we get a game.
Hopefully we actually play this time. We know it'll be another tough game. Just got to take the momentum from the last week, the 9 points we've had, and take that momentum.
Cheers, Milo.
Cheers, Drew.
A great win at home, back within goal difference of playoffs.
Yeah, really, really good 3 points. Not necessarily a great performance, but winning ugly sometimes is good, especially like we've said and spoken about on multiple occasions. It is all about the 3 points. So look, there's definitely things that we could do better and could have done better today, but we've won, and that is all. That's the be all and end all.
Yeah, like you say, really grafting game today.
Yeah, look, it is difficult. We've said this to the players as well. Sometimes these games towards the end of the season, they become a bit mad, and today was absolutely mental at times, to be honest, because firstly credit to Ken and people behind the scenes, because they've really helped and watered the pitch and got the pitch into as good a condition as they can, and it's certainly better than last weekend when we played, and that really helped us, even though at times we didn't help ourselves by our possession at times. But real credit to them, and that's brilliant that they've done that, and that has helped us. But the game was just a bit crazy at times. I thought we were a bit sloppy to start off with. They were quite aggressive and kept lots of players forward at times, and I just thought we played into their hands a little bit. We didn't play into areas when we should have, especially in the early parts of the game, to just allow us to get a bit of a foothold, really. And they score a goal, and then that puts you on the back foot even more, and obviously sets it up for them to be even more transitional and more counter-attacking. And we huffed and puffed in the first half. Thought we got better towards the end of the half, but I remember the keeper making a really good save from Seth, and we got into some good areas and played some nice bits at times, but just we were a bit sloppy on the ball, and like I said, at times we just wanted too many touches on the ball, and it just allowed them to be aggressive in and around that. And then second half, at times we were better and we handled the ball better, and certainly played into better areas at times. And look, we found a way, but when it was 1-1, they committed so many men forward, and it become, I wouldn't even say it was a basketball game because it was crazy at times. But like I said, we found a way to win, and really pleasing for Seth. I spoke to him in the week. Obviously disappointing for him to come off after being subbed on, but there was mitigating factors, and like I said, it was important for the team, and that ultimately helped us get the win. And and he's come on, and great reaction, and done well today. I thought he did well when he come on. Really, he had a nice little touch. I think it was for Joe in the first half, which allowed Joe to get a shot off. And then obviously, like I said, the keeper's made a save from him, and then he's Johnny on the spot for the winner. So pleased for him as well. It's good.
Yeah, you speak about Seth getting the winner, but another player that had a cracking game was Milo, and brilliant equaliser.
Yeah, look, I've waxed lyrical enough about Milo over the weeks and months. He's just a good player. So, what you're getting. I thought he was quiet at times today, but he's just got so much quality and shows that. Yeah, really good. Look, I think the referee's given the penalty. Joe's got brought down. I think Seth played the ball to Joe for that as well. So Joe clearly got brought down. Fair play to the ref. I think he's going to give the penalty, but allows the advantage. And yeah, it's a great finish from Milo. Really, really tidy finish.
And like we said, with last week we spoke about being 4 points, I think it was. Now we're back to in goal difference. It shows how quickly it can turn.
Yeah, look, it was 5 on Friday, wasn't it? Or before we kicked off, it was 5 on Friday. Then after Friday, it was 5. Monday, it was 2. Now it's goal difference. So, like we said, there's going to be twists and turns. We've won 3 on the bounce. Obviously, 9 points is huge at this time of the season. That's propelled us, and it's, look, next game's the most important now, and that's all our focus is, and that's all we can focus on. And yeah, we just got to keep turning up and being as best as we can and learning, and yeah, just put everything on the line. And look, again, as much as I'm saying we could have been better at times, like the effort and the work rate and the tenacity from the players today against, like I said, a team that's come here and had a real go, by the way, and been really aggressive. And when I say aggressive is as in how they've tried to close the ball down and and try and play on the front foot. So we've had to combat that and try and play against that, and we found that hard at times. But like I said, at the end of the day, we've found a way, and that is the most important aspect.
Yeah, speaking about that sort of thing. Yeah, Barwell kind of fighting for their lives. Those kind of teams are often the worst kind of teams to play.
Yeah, look, we said that to the players before. Obviously, we've had Bromsgrove, Sudbury, and Barwell all sort of down there. But again, it just shows the strength of this level. And I've said it so many times this season. There are no easy games, and anyone that's been at the 3 games over this past 8 days can agree with that. And look, there's no quarter given. Everything you achieve is hard earned. And like I said, I knew they wouldn't come here and just roll over. They certainly didn't. And like I said, they had a real go and yeah, made for a mad game at times. I feel like I've aged severely over the course of that 90 minutes. But yeah, can relax a little bit now and focus fully for Wednesday.
You might de-age by the time we get on the coach Wednesday.
Oh, I'm not sure about that. I don't think my hairline's ever coming back, but yeah, I definitely feel like I've aged a little bit. But that's why we're involved in football. That's why we do football, whether that's playing or managing or coaching or whatever you do. It's, for the highs, you do get some lows along the way, but the highs just can't be touched and can't be compared really. And late goals and late winners, when they mean something, they always mean something. Is a tough drug to replace.
Got both Marcel and Luke out injured. I know it's probably too early to ask about Luke, but any update on Marcel?
That is the disappointment, really. Marcel, obviously, off the back of Monday, was assessed Thursday. It's not looking like great news. It looks like it's a PCL, so obviously not as bad as an ACL, but that could be him. I think best case scenario, you're looking at 3 weeks, so that's a long shot even for the playoffs potentially. But look, we'll keep assessing him, keep monitoring him. There's potentially we'll get a scan and see where he's at. Luke's the real negative from today because he's been playing well, and yes, it's a tough one. He's felt it. Look, we've caught it as early as we can. Luke's a really sensible lad, so we've caught it as early as we can, and hopefully it just ends up being a strain rather than anything. The initial assessments is that we think it's just a mild strain. So yeah, we'll just have to monitor that and just see how that settles down tomorrow and then Monday and judge it off the back of that. But yeah, best case scenario, I'd say 7 to 10 days, but who knows? We'll have to wait for that and just see. But that's why you have a squad. We haven't got a big squad. We've only got 16 players, so that's 2. And look, what it means is there'll be opportunities for reserve academy lads, and it's a great time for them to come in. So I've got no worries about bringing them in. Obviously, Marcel and Luke are difficult players to replace. I'm not saying they're going to come in and replace them, but they'll come in and add something different, and it's great opportunities and experience for them. So look, let's what the academy and that's what the reserves are for. And and there's a lot of talented players in there, so they're going to get some really exciting minutes hopefully over the next few weeks.
And we spoke about Wednesday being Stourbridge away. Hopefully, the aim, obviously, without sounding flippant, is to come back with 3 points.
Yeah, look, it'll be tough. There's no doubt about it. Since Scott's gone in there, they've done really well. They were sort of looking like they were nailed on for relegation at one stage. So he's done a brilliant job, and they're safe, and and they're getting some good results now. So the journey and everything else, it'll be tough recovery, and we'll go there and give it our best go, and that's all we can do. And it'll be a tough game. We know that.
Cheers, Tom.
Cheers, mate.